Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel BNB Official 24. Please subscribe my channel. Luna's exit. Brooke's heartbreak leads to new path. Bold and the beautiful 2-week spoilers for June 30th to July 11th. 2025 See Luna Nazwa is at her end. It is the last stage. We're going to see how she exits. Dead or alive, we'll see. And we have got heartbroken Brooke, Logan moving on. Bold and the beautiful spoilers. Ridge must face Brooke. Real quick, if you've not seen Monday's episode, June 30th, just real quick, Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes talked about their engagement, which the proposal surprised him, but he's all in. Ridge does admit he never let Brooke think they'd reunite, but he also didn't crush her hopes either, so he's got to go take care of that. Eric Forrester shows up and gives his blessing after a moment's hesitation to the happy couple, Ridge and Taylor. Ridge goes to tell Brooke he's engaged to Taylor. Of course, she already knows from Nick Marone. And Brooke says she thinks Ridge would have never proposed to Taylor and tells him to undo it. Brooke says that Ridge only said yes to the proposal out of guilt, but he shuts all that down. Says he and Brooke are done forever and he is moving forward. Taylor's his future. And then Ridge walks out on Brooke. Bold and beautiful next 2 weeks. Luna ends and heartbroken Brooke moves on. Bold and the beautiful spoilers. Luna's fate and Will's close call. Everybody watches the surveillance camera. They're scared Luna is going to shoot Will Spencer. Luna's ranting about him being out to get her like everybody else. Will looks really scared and she says she's going to make everybody pay, but then he tells Will to go and he scampers out scared. Will goes back to Malibu, comforts Electra Forrester. Everybody talks about Luna being out to get Steffi Forrester. Ben's hoping the cops will find his daughter. Will tells Electra he's sorry he had to kiss Luna. She was icked out, but Electra's just glad he's safe. Bold and the beautiful spoilers. Luna cries to Sheila. Luna runs to Grandma Sheila Carter in tears after vowing to make Steffi pay. And that's on camera as well. So Luna tells Sheila Will was setting her up just to send her back to prison. And Sheila says that Bill Spencer did something like that to her, and Spencer's can't be trusted. Sheila does warn Luna again to stop blaming everything on Steffi. Sheila thinks the cops taping her is a bigger issue. Luna thinks it's entrapment and says Steffi has no idea what a threat she really can be. Sheila doesn't like any of this. Taylor goes to see Steffi, who fills her in about the surveillance, a lone threat. And then Taylor says she and Ridge are engaged, and Steffi flips out but in a happy way. Tuesday, July 1st. Steffi's concerns and Brooke's rebound romance. All right, Tuesday, July 1st. We've got Steffi feeling like this problem with Luna is overshadowing Ridge and Taylor's engagement. She doesn't want that. She wants her parents to be blissfully happy as they plan their wedding. But of course, they're going to be terrified for Steffi. Brooke has more scenes with Nick this week, and she's probably going to leap headfirst into that rebound romance, since Ridge shut her down once and for all. So, everybody's trying to track Luna down, but the police aren't doing very well because she heads down the street from Steffi's house and goes to Hayes Forrester Finnegan's art school. If you remember, the teacher invited Luna to come teach origami to Hayes and the other kids. So, she has no idea that Luna is related to Hayes or is any kind of nutter. She's completely in the dark. She won't be for long, though. Wednesday, July 2nd. A stunned reaction at Hayes Art School. On Wednesday, July 2nd, Taylor and Steffi are stunned by what Hayes brings home from school. Maybe it's an origami from Luna. Maybe he's going to say that he met his sister and she taught them how to make the paper art. So, we'll see if they're stunned and pleased or stunned and alarmed, because things definitely take a shift with that later this week. Thursday, July 3rd. Liam's cancer battle and Sheila's change of heart. On Thursday, July 3rd, Grace Buckingham talks about what's going on with Liam Spencer and his cancer and the brain tumor and his prognosis with Dr. Finn. And Liam is going to get bad news from Grace on Thursday. Likely she's telling Liam that his time is running out. So remember a while back, Grace mentioned treatment options that Liam could have to ease his pain and prolong the limited amount of time he has left, and then Bold and the Beautiful abruptly dropped Liam's storyline and has been spending time on Ridge and on Luna, and they're picking it up way late in my opinion, without ever telling us if Liam took Grace up on the offer. We have seen him taking some pills, but we haven't seen really any of those dire side effects they were talking about. So, this is a huge question mark. Another medical storyline badly done. So, on Thursday, Sheila freaks out because she realizes what Luna's endgame plan is to really hurt Steffi, whom she blames for everything wrong in her life. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Sheila in a panic. Sheila is worried that Luna is actually going to kill Steffi. She does have a gun. She was taking pictures of shooting her in the head. So Sheila's finally gotten to the point where she realizes her granddaughter Luna is beyond redemption. Sheila tells Deacon Sharp that some people deserve life in prison, and she thinks that's where Luna belongs. She doesn't want her to end up, death by cop if she's gunned down while trying to hurt Steffi. And Sheila definitely doesn't want Steffi hurt. So this is kind of a sea change in Sheila's opinion about Luna. She sees there's nothing redeemable there. So she just wants Luna back in prison to protect not only her but everybody else. So Sheila is going to be a very important factor in the Luna storyline resolution. Over at Hayes School on Thursday, Luna forces the nice little art teacher to lure Steffi over to the school. And she's going to arrive and is absolutely horror-struck to see Luna is there and that she is tied up, bound, and gagged Hayes' sweet little art teacher. Steffi knows firsthand what a dangerous psycho her stepdaughter is. So, I'm betting that Steffi worries Luna may actually kill her and the teacher before she goes on the run, because Luna's in her green and black leather I'm going to kill Steffi outfit. Friday, July 4th. Hope and Liam's heartfelt discussion and Steffi's peril. On Friday, July 4th, it is supposed to be a new episode. However, don't count out them doing a last-minute preemption. If they do, be sure and delete the rerun off your DVR, or else your Monday episode won't tape properly. If the new episode does indeed air, we're going to have Hope Logan talking with Liam. He's showing her a bottle of medication from Grace and talking about wanting to get as much time as he can. So hopefully we'll find out if Liam has been getting these cancer treatments, and they didn't bother to tell us, or if he has finally decided to pursue the cancer treatments. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Liam's cancer treatment and Steffi's life at risk. If Liam sat on his backside all this time pondering whether he should do cancer treatment, I'm going to be really bothered. I've had people in my family that have had cancer. You guys probably have too. And the longer you wait to start treatment, the less chance it's going to be effective. And if that's what we did, then that delay's absolute nonsense. I mean, even Liam isn't that stupid. The writers, though, that's another matter. So, Steffi fears her life is in danger on Friday, and yeah, it is because Luna's crazy and has a gun and is right there in her face. Ridge assures Hope and Liam that the police are hunting Luna down. And Sheila heads over to the Malibu house and shakes some information, not literally, out of Taylor. So, she is trying to get Taylor to tell her where Steffi is because Sheila knows what Luna's endgame is. So, Sheila's going to go rushing over to the school. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Sheila to the rescue. Now, the big question is whether that happens on Friday or if it carries over onto Monday, because we had that preemption last week. Everything has been pushed out a day. So, it might be Monday, July 11th, when we have Sheila busting into the little art school. She's completely horrified by what she sees, which should be Luna holding the gun on Steffi. So Sheila is going to try to stop Luna, and she may be the one who actually ends her. I would not be totally surprised if this storyline ends with Sheila intentionally or unintentionally killing Luna to save Steffi. Liam has to make a big decision about his healthcare crisis. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Bridget Forrester resurfaces. Bridget Forrester is back for the Liam storyline. Bridget was supposed to be back on July 7th, but with that preemption, I'm thinking it's going to be pushed to July 8th because of that delay. And we are going to continue to see more of Grace Buckingham as Liam's cancer storyline heats up and takes up the whole front burner, while Luna's storyline ends with Lisa Yamada's exit, whether it's in handcuffs or body bag. And we're going to see Nick and Brooke on the front burner as well. Luna sets up Steffi for the kill with a twist. Bold and the Beautiful has Steffi Forrester ready to meet with Hayes Finnegan's teacher when Luna Nozawa appears in place of the teacher on the CBS soap this week. It looks like Steffi's parent-teacher conference takes a deadly turn for both Steffi and her son's teacher. Bold and the Beautiful. Steffi Forrester ambushed by Luna Nozawa. Luna Nozawa is agitated after she finds Will Spencer wired and trying to take her down. Like everything else that happens to Luna on Bold and the Beautiful, she blames this on Steffi Forrester. Once Luna figured out that will set her up, she fled, with her first stop at Grandma Sheila Carter's apartment. But Luna didn't find much sympathy there. Now, she's on a mission, vowing to take Steffi Forrester down. Bold and the Beautiful predictions. Sheila saves Steffi and kills Luna. Soap dirt. B&B. Steffi learns Luna takes over class. Bold and the Beautiful has Steffi showing up at Hayes Forrester Finnegan's summer school, believing she has a meeting with her son's teacher. But instead she finds Luna there. Luna has tied up the teacher, which is seen in the B&B previews. Next, Luna tells Steffi that the teacher is a bit tied up right now. So, it seems Steffi soon realizes she is at the mercy of this nut job. Bold and the Beautiful. Bizarre scenes keep on coming? This week on Bold and the Beautiful, it looks like the weird scenes keep coming. Fans have already pulled apart the sting, with Will Spencer going to Luna in his seductive mode, attempting to get her to incriminate herself. The first thing most people would expect with Luna trying to lure Will into bed is for his shirt to come off, which it did. With technology today offering tiny microphones, you wouldn't expect to see what Will had under that shirt. He was wrapped up like a man whose ribs were broken in an accident, with a very obvious microphone protruding from it. You couldn't have made that wire more conspicuous. So, the sting came to a screeching halt. Another scene from last week left Bold and the Beautiful fans scratching their heads. With everyone on high alert over Luna, even before the sting, you would think that Steffi and Finn would inform Hayes' teacher and show her a picture of Luna to be on the safe side. But no, Luna is able to meet Hayes and even give him a present. So, they dropped the ball a few times when it comes to Luna. B&B, Luna and Steffi. What is next? Jacqueline McInnes will be off the screen any day now due to maternity leave. Bold and the Beautiful could tie her absence in with something Luna does, but it is highly unlikely Luna will kill her. Steffi is a main character on the soap, so she probably won't die, but she may fly to Paris and stay with her brother if Luna gets away from the cops with her new ploy at Hayes School. Paris seems to be Steffi Forrester's go-to place for long stays, but Lisa Yamada is moving on with her career and also leaving Bold soon. So, killing her off seems more feasible, and that is more likely the twist rather than Steffi Forrester dying. Fans theorize that it is Sheila who kills her granddaughter to save Steffi. Or Luna could just flee, never to be heard from again, or at least not for a while if they decide to keep her character alive. Bold and Beautiful next 2 weeks. Luna ends and heartbroken Brooke moves on. Soap dirt. Then again, Finn, who is Luna's father, could kill her while trying to save Steffi from a pending death at the hands of Luna. But the soap has already been brutal enough to Finn. After all, he learned he is the father of this murderer who tried to kill his wife. Then his mother is also a deadly character who tried to kill his wife. So, would the soap really have him kill off the daughter that he refused to have anything to do with? They might. The atmosphere in Los Angeles is thick with tension, heartbreak, and betrayal as the Bold and the Beautiful unfolds its most explosive 2 weeks yet, between June 30th and July 11th, 2025. The drama centers around 2 emotional storylines reaching a climax. Luna Nozawa's shocking downfall and Brooke Logan's shattered dreams giving way to an uncertain new beginning. Luna's unraveling has been building like a storm on the horizon, and Brooke's final heartbreak, this time courtesy of Ridge Forrester's unwavering decision to commit to Taylor Hayes, leaves her vulnerable, yet determined to rewrite her story. It all begins with Ridge Forrester finally confronting the ghosts of his complicated past with Brooke Logan. After Taylor's spontaneous proposal, which initially caught Ridge off guard, he's chosen to lean in entirely, ready to build a future with Taylor. But that future requires a clean break from Brooke, the woman whose heart he has shattered more times than anyone can count. Despite Ridge claiming he never misled Brooke about the possibility of a reunion, he knows deep down that he let her hopes simmer for too long. When he goes to Brooke to tell her about his engagement to Taylor, she's already heard the news, thanks to her ex, Nick Marone. Her reaction is heartbreak personified, as she begs Ridge to reconsider, arguing that his proposal to Taylor was fueled by guilt, not love. But Ridge is resolute. His future lies with Taylor, and his chapter with Brooke is finally over. With a heavy heart, he walks out, leaving Brooke drowning in sorrow. Meanwhile, Luna's storyline explodes into chaos. For weeks, Luna has spiraled deeper into paranoia, convinced that everyone, especially Steffi Forrester, is plotting against her. Her fears culminate in a harrowing moment when she's caught on surveillance, confronting Will Spencer, whom she believes has been working to sabotage her. Ranting about betrayals and conspiracies, Luna nearly crosses the line into unthinkable violence, pointing a gun at Will. But at the last second, her rage fractures, and she allows Will to escape, though the damage is done. Will flees to Malibu, where Electra Forrester awaits, shaken by Will's brush with danger and Luna's increasing instability. Desperate for answers and validation, Luna rushes to Sheila Carter, her notorious grandmother, pouring out her grievances and paranoia. Sheila, while hardly a model of stability herself, recognizes the perilous path Luna's on. Memories of her own entrapments by the Spencer family resurface, but even Sheila draws the line at Luna's escalating vendetta. She warns Luna to stop obsessing over Steffi, fearing that Luna's quest for revenge will lead to tragedy for everyone involved. As Steffi and Taylor bask briefly in the joy of their engagement news, Luna's shadow looms large. Despite Steffi's insistence that their family deserves happiness, fear over Luna overshadows every celebration. Brooke, devastated but ever resilient, finds herself gravitating toward Nick Marone, possibly reigniting an old flame in the aftermath of Ridge's rejection. While authorities scramble to track Luna, she slips through the cracks, finding her way to Hayes Forrester Finnegan's summer art school, under the pretense of teaching origami. Unaware of Luna's true identity and instability, the art teacher welcomes her, setting the stage for chilling developments. When Hayes later brings home an origami creation and excitedly talks about meeting his sister, Taylor, and Steffi's initial joy morphs into terror. They realize Luna has infiltrated their son's life, and the threat is more personal than ever. Liam Spencer's cancer battle resurfaces amid the chaos. Dr. Grace Buckingham delivers grim news. Liam's prognosis is deteriorating. Whether he opted for the experimental treatments remains unclear, raising concerns among those who love him, especially Hope Logan. As Luna's instability escalates, Sheila undergoes a pivotal transformation. Alarmed by Luna's intentions to harm Steffi, Sheila resolves to stop her granddaughter, even if it means turning her over to the police or, in a moment of desperation, ending Luna's reign of terror herself. The stage is set for the ultimate confrontation. Luna lures Steffi to Hayes Art School, binding and gagging the teacher and confronting Steffi in her now infamous green and black killer outfit. Steffi, trapped and terrified, faces Luna's deranged accusations and threats, knowing the situation could end in bloodshed. Meanwhile, Sheila races against time, demanding information from Taylor before charging into the school to intervene. Speculation swirls. Will Sheila shoot Luna to save Steffi? Could Finn, torn between protecting his wife and his daughter, be forced into an unimaginable choice? Or will Luna, cornered by authorities, meet her end in a blaze of defiance? The writers leave no stone unturned, teasing every possible tragic twist as Luna's arc nears its conclusion. Parallel to the chaos, Brooke begins carving a new path. With Ridge gone, Nick's presence offers both comfort and a potential romantic reset. Despite her heartbreak, Brooke's resolve strengthens, determined not to let Ridge's choices define her future. As Bridget Forrester returns, bringing fresh perspective to Liam's health crisis, and Grace Buckingham's warnings grow louder, the Forrester family braces for the fallout of Luna's unraveling and the uncertain road ahead for Liam. The next 2 weeks promise heartbreak, danger, and shocking exits. With Luna's fate hanging by a thread and Brooke's heart in pieces, The Bold and the Beautiful is poised to deliver a summer storyline for the ages, where not everyone will make it out alive, but everyone will be forever changed.